Hey, welcome to Friday Night D&D with DM Kalsto, and we are hitting episode 180, so we're exactly 100 ahead of Tuesday.
It's funny how it goes
Wow.
back and forth.
Yeah, because Tuesday was episode 80, and now we're 180 tonight.
I think that means we played enough extras to catch up and keep going back and forth. Well, happy Friday, everybody. We'll do a quick little recap and then we'll get right back into where we left off last week with our split party, currently as it would be. So we'd started off last session. We were leaving the Golden Perch. Solomon had a little bit of a head start while everyone else was kind of continuing to look for survivors. Um, Ari and Deftu eventually flew forward, caught up to Solomon, convinced him it'd be quicker to come back and take a teleport with the rest of the party. The rest of the party got down fairly easily, with Theris finally being the one that helped, I believe it was Baron down by telekinesis, if I recall.
Yes, I grabbed his armor and yanked him down.
Yep. So you made him your little balloon, got down, met up with the rest of the party, and Ari, doing her best, kind of teleported you to the gate you remember entering previously. After Def scared a guard, you did manage to actually find out that really not much was known about this current dragon attack that was going on, other than the fact that apparently there are dragons and it was somewhere between an hour or less that this had been going on. Uh, but yeah, just a lot of general confusion. Theris had recommended maybe it'd be a good idea to take a break and make it so the party could communicate. But in order to, expedite the process of potentially saving this town, you guys decided to go on without that. Splitting, Deft went one way through the air, the rest of you heading over to the dragon you had spotted. When unfortunately it seemed a second dragon, Lady Tess, had kind of joined in with you and eventually ended up casting a fog spell, obscuring all of your vision. Uh, you all had many of your own ways of trying to get to where you went. Some of them worked better than others. Unfortunately, Death's not so much. But you did finally manage to kind of make your way. Solomon with the help of an interesting stranger, the rest of you with the help of Patrick's built-in fog light, and Deftinari just having dumb luck and being able to follow a ball. Uh, Baron, kind of thinking on the matter more, was curious if he could probably dispel this fog that had kind of blocked all of you, and successfully, with a very loud, reverberating burp, was able to do so. Upon gaining visual back, you did see a dragon kind of still flying around. You didn't see much of Tess at that point. She was further off towards the keep. But it seemed something had struck down the fire dragon that landed, and upon discovery seemed to have impaled itself upon a very large statue, killing it instantly. Uh, Seeming relieved by this, expecting a much harder fight and many deaths, uh, you did happen upon another scene, though. A seemingly assassin who turned out to be Death's little brother, fleeing from the scene of a crime. You guys managed to completely disarm him, Theris casting hold person, Ari dispatching his escape mount. Deft begged to let him go, and Theris, giving in, took all of you and returned you back to his home. The rest of you followed later. Some of you, Solomon and Patrick, stayed behind to continue to look for Tess, eventually being successful. You had had a good talk with your brother, when unfortunately there was a knock on the door, and it seemed, by whatever means, someone had mentioned to the authorities in your city that this fugitive who potentially tried to kill this young prince, only a boy of the age of 4, was accompanied by Sir Astral and many of the Kingsguard. Not wanting to make any waves, with some protest, you did at least convince Astral alone to come in, and as Theris took him to the side, Deft, thankfully, with quick thinking, had made his little brother invisible. And then another knock came on the door. It seemed there was a cookie delivery for Deft, well known for his sweet tooth. Obviously being Omosh in disguise, You had a quick conversation where he admitted to doing many horrible things that you are not currently aware of, and more or less decided that life just wasn't as fun as it used to be anymore. So he was going to go hang out in prison for a while to atone for what he had done. Transforming into your brother, he turned himself into the authorities, and they left very quickly. Seizing upon this, your brother came out of invisibility, and you started questioning, finding out information you didn't know, kind of how he ended up in this predicament, what his plans for the future are, and the fact that Deft, your dear mentor Oberon, seemingly is related to your previous mentor Satesh. And that is where we'll pick up right now. So, who wants to go first? Team Tavern or Team House?
I feel Team House has way more going on.
Hey, thanks so much for the follow.
All right, Team House.
And then Ari will bring her tail around in front of her and hold out the horse figurine. I think this is yours.
Oh, thought I'd lost it. Thank you.
She smiles.
He kind of told it like, you don't want to know what we had to go through to get this, believe me. Long story. Deft never was a big fan of nightmares.
Now,
I was wondering where that thing went.
Yeah, no, it was too weird. DB just couldn't get along with any horse to put the bridle on. So they had decided to convert it to this for a little bit ease of use. And then that shit learned how to fly anyhow and ended up not needing it. So now I get it.
Hey, so when you said they're brothers, you mean like actually brothers?
I'm not 100% sure. I don't really know a whole lot about Satesh. But from everything I know, apparently, yeah, I think it's his little brother, or at least that's what many people have said. Oberon's never told me himself.
Huh.
I thought Satesh grew up on his own.
Yeah, no, he had a weird childhood, from what I've heard. Though he never mentioned a brother before. Did he? If he wronged you, I can make him disappear.
I don't know if he set me up.
Now does happen to be the best chance, so if you have any confidence that he betrayed you, then
Hey, chat, roll a D100. Let's find out, shall we?
Who wants to decide our fate? That's Excel with a 73 on the high side tonight. Yes, I'm calling you out again, Excel. I'm going to jinx it.
You watch as he kind of looks over to you, and he just nods. It's like, I can do it.
Let's maybe hear him out first.
He looks at the candle, he's like, will this take me anywhere?
anywhere you'd like. Though, you might not have to do it yourself. He's a little, beat up right now, and we have Caleb over there.
Caleb has the heart to do it?
No, I really don't think so.
Shouldn't we
God,
at the
I
very
couldn't
least
make
hear
him
him
do
out?
that.
Hear his side of the story?
Don't. It's the way he talks. It's just really. I don't even know how to describe it. When he starts explaining things, it just kind of makes sense, and it's hard to disagree with him. And typically, it's pretty sound.
Oh God, he does sound like Satesh's brother.
I really don't know a lot other than like him in person, but I don't even think I've ever really seen the man fight.
We can look into it a bit more. But if he's gonna be a problem, then
We'll deal
I
with
can't
him.
imagine this works out well in his favor either. I mean, after all, he's my advisor. I don't know, but
who set him up as your advisor? Do you know?
he volunteered. After we'd returned, well, I'd returned at least, and saw the changes that had happened, he kind of tracked me down to let me know what was going on and was a great source of information for us until things started escalating. At one point, she had to leave along with many others. Lady Victoria left as well. She actually ended up saving Caleb. In fact, out of all of your friends, the only ones I think that remained other than Queen are your party lord and DB.
What would DB stick around for?
I don't know. I think he must be happy in his new persona. I haven't seen him in some time.
No, that doesn't sound like him. He'd never be happy.
Maybe he's just unaware. There was a point when I was still unaware.
I'll have to try to reach out to some people. Perhaps to see who's left on our side after this.
I'm sorry if I caused you any trouble.
Oh, no. I'm sure I've caused you much more over the years.
He just nods and smiles.
Well, we have some planning to do, I suppose. You should probably be on your way, as much as I love having you around.
This will do. And he just kind of throws up his
Safe travels.
hood, and he's just going to sneak out the front door.
Stay safe, little brother.
He just waves goodbye. All right.
Nice. Just rub my little hands together. I need some paper.
Probably some around here somewhere.
There's
I go
definitely his paper.
Yeah, I go scrounging around for some materials.
What are you looking for?
Writing utensils and paper.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah, I can point you where that's at. There's probably a whole library full of stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal a table too.
He's gonna do paper mache.
I'm gonna be at this for like a couple hours. If anyone else has anything they want to do.
Just starts grabbing stuff from around the house, pulling papers, moves a table.
Scheming. Gotta scheme.
Ari will take a seat beside him and help how she can.
I think Baron was still probably in the pantry.
Yeah,
All right. Anyone else at the house have anything they want to do that evening? Because it's pretty late in that evening as well.
Probably later in the evening, but if there's something the other group wants to do.
Well,
I
it's
have one more
almost
thing.
to like the rest period, so you're in like the later part of the evening. It's not like midnight yet, but you're getting closer to like you're probably like 10 o'clock.
I have one more thing, but that's for
Mhm.
after my scheming is done.
Okay. Are you gonna scheme through to the morning, or are you scheming just until like midnight
I'll
or like early morning?
scheme till like early morning.
She'll make sure eventually he goes to bed.
Sure thing. Roll a persuasion check. All right. Let's see how early you can convince him to stop scheming. 5 minutes later. Okay. Say you probably don't go too late, so you'll sleep in a little bit, but at least you'll still get a rest by the time
I
you're done.
have one more thing to do before I go to bed though. So just if anyone if in team wants to do something
Speak
before
now.
I do my thing.
Tavern team? I think most of you are asleep other than
Yeah.
Patrick at the moment.
Solomon is asleep.
Solomon,
Yes.
roll me a D100.
Boy.
It's amazing when you never go to sleep.
21.
Yo.
I did go to sleep.
I know. It's be impressive what might happen more often if you actually went to sleep more.
Isn't it great?
So you're kind of just fade off into the stream, and you're throwing like a ball of some sort or like a rock.
Mm-hmm.
It's very round, and you're throwing it back and forth with your echo. It's just like you're playing catch with your echo.
All right.
Roll an athletics check.
I mean, gladly.
Okay. As you kind of throw that last one, it kind of veers off to the side just because you're still a little bit drowsy, and it goes through the echo, and the echo dissipates, and the rock just kind of skips across.
What kind of rock is it? Just a normal
It's like a
rock?
stone. It's a very round stone.
Hmm.
And as you like start walking over to go to the ball, you see like this little. It looks like an echo, but it's like a brighter blue. And it's like this small kid, and it just runs over to the ball, and it kind of picks it up. My turn.
All right.
That bounced off the edge. That almost was really good. And you just see this ball, and it kind of falls short, and it just lands like 5 feet in front of you and slowly rolls to like 2 feet away from you. Oh,
I'll pick it up. I'll lightly toss
I got it.
back.
I got it. I got it. Just roll an athletics check to see if you get it over to him.
All right. Kind of will.
Okay, that's not too bad. Let's see if he catches. You watch he goes to catch it and he's gonna miss, and then you just watch the ball go back like 10 feet. And he tries to catch it again. And it just keeps happening over and over. Until finally he rolls an exact 17. So you just watch, like, it's almost like an echo but it's not an echo. And then you just see him catch it. Ha ha! First try.
He's not wrong.
And he just kind of runs over to you. Okay. Took you long enough. I've been so bored.
And where is this?
I don't know. This is just kind of where I've always talked to people. I'm assuming it's the same. This is how I talk to Soren. I don't have like a physical body.
I see.
But you kind of remind me of me. How do you do that, by the way?
Do what?
Make the image of your other self. Or selves, I guess.
I don't know. It just does.
Huh? Can you show me?
I will.
Okay. You just summon one echo.
Yep, an echo.
Why is it so much bigger than you?
Hmm. Magic shenanigans.
And he's just gonna kind of fly and hover around it, just kind of observing it. Roll a d100, Slumber.
All right. Ooh, 74.
So he's kind of like sits there. He's like, "What?" And you just kind of watch him bump into the echo,
Mhm.
and your echo kind of flickers and turns like this brightish green, and then it just takes like a flesh form, and it looks like a humanoid version of your echo.
Ah,
And it just kind of looks around, and it looks over at you.
yes.
Where am I? Not again.
Oh.
Just kind of like brings the fingers to the forehead.
Not again.
Hey, kid,
Yes.
is this the abyss?
Hmm. I squint at the area. Let's see. Honestly, probably.
I think that's a
Probably.
safe bet. He just kind of looks around the exact same way you're looking around.
Yep.
Like, how did you get here, kid?
This is me, isn't it?
You remind me of like a younger, dirtier me.
It's probably the same way you did.
Huh. I don't know. You kind of look a lot like Grandpa, too. He's not wearing armor, by the way.
No, I assumed as much.
Roll one more d100.
76.
It's the same one that stays.
Yep.
Huh.
How did you get here?
I don't know. Must have passed out. It's been a couple days.
Passed out from what?
Not sleeping.
How did I know?
Sometimes I forget to eat too, which doesn't help with issues. It's just when you let your guard down, that's when they get you.
Solomon's nodding along like he's making perfect sense and everything is true.
Like, I don't know why we're here. Are you real?
Yes.
And he notices your sword because, of course, you have your armor and your weapon with you in your dream. Why wouldn't you?
Yep.
Goes, what the heck is all that? Oh, now that's just weird. And he just kind of flickers out. Roll one last D100.
I'm gonna get the same man, aren't I? 6.
Nice.
You just watch as a man who looks very similar to you just kind of appears. Very simple garb. Looks like he has like 4 swords, 2 on each side that you can see.
Mm-hmm.
Just standing there.
Glare at him.
He glares back at you. He draws a sword.
I'll draw mine.
He just kind of like gives a small nod, and I need you to roll a d20.
All right. 9.
You watch as he starts to slip as he rolls a 2, and the minute you go to strike him,
Mm-hmm.
he just vanishes out from underneath your sword, and he's standing back where you were standing. He just kind of like tries to rebalance the sword on his hand. He kind of stretches his shoulders and looks back at you.
Yep. Solomon's gonna create a echo.
I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom saving throw.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, no.
So as you sit there and look at him, you notice his eyes have the exact same pattern that yours give off that it had been drawn.
Mm-hmm.
And as you like look at him, you just look and his sword blade is next to your throat. And then he just sheaths the sword. He looks at your armor. And he's just kind of going to grab you by the throat. Roll an acrobatics or athletics.
Athletics, of course. I kick him in the face.
As you go, he tries to reach for you. He misses. You go to kick him in the face. And
Mhm.
you just see he's standing next to you.
Fucking.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh boy.
As he just kind of looks at you. You watch as the blue light that's similar to the little time elemental kid
Mm-hmm.
appears in almost an eye shape on his forehead, almost giving him a third eye. And his eyes start to glow blue.
Racing for whatever's coming next.
And you just goes dark, like you're asleep but no dream. We'll have to see what happens in the morning.
This is why he doesn't sleep.
Patrick, anything else you wanted to do?
I'm just waiting for the first signs of one of them waking up so I can make sure they don't make any noise when they wake up.
As you kind of are finishing and just kind of being in passive charge mode, we'll say, roll a D100 for me if you don't mind.
A 29.
Yo.
So as you're sitting there and you kind of found some of these extra video files, none of really anything super notable until you kind of get to the last file in this directory.
Does it have a video title I can read?
Just it continues in like a series of numbers. It's probably like some sort of date combination of some sort.
Okay.
But no names or anything. It's probably just like dated video.
Gotcha.
Do you launch it?
Yeah. I'm
All right.
going through. All the other ones have been fine.
So as you launch the last one, you immediately, as your camera comes online, you just see like these red alarm lights going off.
Mm.
And you can't really see anything other than that. And eventually you just see like this small boy's hair sticking up. You can't see the face yet, and it's like in front of your containers.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see as he's like moving between yours, he's pressing buttons on like your little pods of you and your other fellow robots.
Right. Do I start moving?
No, you're stuck in the pod.
Okay.
You're like in a passive mode. They have to let you out of your pod.
All right.
But you see him, it looks like he's sitting there, and all of a sudden you watch the 4 pods across from you like descend into the floor and disappear from view.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden you see coming from like behind towards the window this very large piece of debris,
Oh.
and it just cracks and hits the glass where you guys are and
Mhm.
shatters the whole thing out, and the pods next to you and the boy get sucked out into space.
Am I still secured, or did I get sucked out?
You got sucked out. You're in the pod,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
your pod is sucked out.
Okay.
And you just watch as the little kid like holds on to the pod. And as
Mhm.
you guys kind of float away, you can see it looks like something slammed into your ship. Or you actually look, it looks more like a space station now that you actually have like a look from the outside.
Yeah.
And you just see this large creature that's been like speared through with some other sort of vessel, and seemingly that ran into your ship. Roll a perception check with advantage because there are 8 of you.
Yes. That's a
Okay.
29.
So you do see, because you kind of have a little bit of recognition from some of these viewpoints, but like you can see these other pods just kind of floating off with debris, and you watch as like this giant mass of the ship that hit this creature and then your station just kind of falling down towards this planet. It looks like it's going to some sort of icy biome of some kind.
Ah, I see. Interesting.
Harder to tell other than that.
Okay.
As eventually you look, you just sit there, and your specific model, the one you're in now,
Uh-huh.
just sees like this unmoving boy on the front of you, and you just keep repeating over and over and over again, Patrick. And you kind of like hear on your little comms all the other ones saying Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
And you literally say it for so long, your voice box messes up. And you're Patrick. And then everything just goes dark.
Okay. I think I just spent the rest of my night rewatching that one.
Okay. So you kind of just watch that one over and over and over again.
Yep.
That will take you guys through the morning. Deft.
Yes.
Well, first of all, explain the scheming so that the audience can understand your crazy,
So,
random craziness.
onlookers, this looks like the scribblings of a madman. If you look closer, I have drawn a map of Arcadia with various cities marked off. I have a list of names that gets longer and longer as the night goes on.
You have string too? Are you like doing the string lines between
Yeah, I've got the string going
locations
on.
and dates?
I have
Okay.
2 stacks of notes that are distinct from each other.
Ari would probably be the first person to see this as she went to go check on you. So this is before he does the second thing. So you see all of his notes and everything going on. Anything you want to say? I think everyone else is probably asleep unless someone wants to do something.
Also, the by this time the sink is empty of Gatorade. You don't know if he pulled the plug or if he finished it off.
You finished it.
Honestly, you don't want to know, frankly.
Did it fuel your craziness?
Maybe.
She walks over, wraps her arms around him. It's getting really late. Maybe it's time for bed.
No, it's all right. I'm almost done. Go on ahead.
What are you working on? She
The future, I think.
She peeks over her shoulder.
You notice that his handwriting is completely different than what it was before.
Does it look more proper?
Like neat and tidy, as opposed to the handwriting of someone who taught themselves how to write.
Oh, your penmanship's definitely gotten a lot better.
I guess it has.
So, what's all this? She'll take a seat.
Well, there's a couple things we can do from here. It's not quite done. I'm planning on asking everybody in the morning.
All right. 1 more hour.
Hey, Ari, what's your passive perception?
12.
You know what? I'm gonna let you have a try for this. Roll a perception check at disadvantage.
4.
You know what? I almost find this even better. Roll a dex save for me.
Dex save. 19.
Good.
Okay.
So you don't knock it over.
So you turn at one point and you're trying and you knock some of the papers in the string and it pulls on some of the other papers and he watches this it's actually a nicer looking bottle of black liquid almost begins to fall off and you kind of hold the piece of paper and prevent it from falling over.
She catches part of it with her tail and quickly readjusts herself.
Tails comes in handy.
Tails. That was close.
Yeah. Carefully takes the bottle, puts it back on the table, turns it a little, and then decidedly does not look at it. You should get going to bed. An hour, right? I'll be done by then.
All right. I'll see you in an hour. And she'll give him a kiss on the cheek and head back to bed.
All right.
What's
the last thing you do?
Tap on the table for a few minutes. Sharap, can you come out for a bit?
You watch his sock appears. That bro?
He puts a hand on each of the stacks of papers. We have a choice to make here. I didn't get to have this choice before. And now we can make it together, okay? I push the one to the left in front of me. It's in a green folder, let's say.
Sure.
This is one choice. If you choose this one, you get to be king, right? In the other one, I'll take it back.
What color's your folder?
My folder, we only had one folder. It's just the green one. The other one, we don't have another folder.
What's in the folder?
I open up the folder. It is titled, let me find my title, hold on. Where is it? How to Start a Revolution Phase 1.
Instead of looking down at the folder and looks up at you, what's yours titled?
It's, it's fine. It's basically the same thing.
You know that yours has a title.
It's basically the same thing.
Daft.
Listen, man, I'm still working on it. I need to make this choice before I get any further.
He just kind of looks at you.
I had my chance. And
what happens if he flips 5 pages into starting a revolution?
Okay. There's a list of people we need to kill. There is a
3 names. 3 names on the list of people to kill. all you gotta explain. That's all he just opens it up and he looks at the list of people to kill. He's gonna read the top 3 names. Or just 3 names.
The first one is Oberon ? Oh my god, I always get these ones confused. Astral is circled.
Okay.
And then the third one is, it says Lilia, and then it's very heavily scratched out, and it says next to it, probably not Lilia.
It just kind of looks over at the names and looks over at you.
It's a work in progress, okay? I'm working on it. We don't really have advisors anymore.
I don't even know how to be a king.
That's okay. Neither did I. But I had my chance, and I biffed it extremely hard. And so
But you got wished into a king. I'd actually have to work hard. No offense.
We'll both work hard, okay? I can't imagine that I have
persuasion check.
Trust anymore within the kingdom.
Your weasel is...
The weasel is suspicious.
A 19.
Okay. I'm giving you this choice because I don't think it's fair if we didn't have a choice. Of course, we don't have to do either of these either. We could...
Well, how come there's not a folder for that?
I've only been at this for 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I can only do so much. We could have another folder, and that folder says, screw the kingdom. Let's go find something else to do.
Ooh, that sounds like a fun folder.
We could take our brother's advice and wash our hands of this. But I think that would be very dangerous for a lot of people.
Can I think about it?
You can think about it.
Okay. You watch, it's like a lot to think about.
I have...
And you just... Okay.
I have one more request as well.
Uh-huh.
I would like to renegotiate the terms of our partnership.
Oh, yeah?
Kind of sits back, crosses his arms. I've been thinking about this for a while, and our deal isn't super fair right now. You need to have more freedom. You can't just be stuck with me for the rest of your life, for the rest of whatever.
Why not? Your life's funny.
Okay, yeah, but I want you to be somebody, be whoever you want to be. You don't have to just be my familiar anymore. You can be Rap's boy king of a nation, or maybe just Sock the adventurer.
It does have a nice ring to it. All right, well, that's a lot to think about.
I'm putting it on the table.
He just kind of goes, all right, I'll think about it. And he starts walking down towards a random bedroom. He's not even caring who's in there. He's just going to go sleep in whatever bed he finds.
Okay.
As you hear him walking down the hall, you just hear him. He's like talking to like, Oprah would be so proud of me.
Put my head in my hands. I draw a second question mark next to Oprah's name.
Roll an insight check really quick. So as you sit there and you add the extra question mark next to his name, it just kind of comes to you. And you think about all the time that he spent with Sock when he was the young prince.
They did spend a lot of time together, huh?
You're not sure what kind of influence was asserted there.
Probably nothing good.
I mean, for the most part, he seemed like a really good teacher, and he seemed like he was actually really fond of Sock. But I mean, he also was basically Sock's teacher from his memory his whole life. And he went everywhere with him.
So I am now full of confidence that Sock will be an absolute menace in the future.
Well, you also have to remember, what did he just read on your piece of paper?
A very poorly thought out hit list, yes.
At least he had a question mark next to it.
Yeah, we'll think that one out a bit more.
All right. Is that your last thing of the night?
Uh-huh.
All right, let me long rest everyone. If you have not already picked your level 19 spell extra editions, go ahead and grab those up now.
All right.
Or those of you who just need to pick them for the day, you can make them active, whatever. Rest.
Baron. I don't know what Baron did. He'll have to figure it out. All right. Did you already reduce my Toll of Resurrection?
Actually, yeah, as you wake up, roll a D100. I forgot about that part.
Oh. 86.
Figures. So you go down to just -3 on everything. Was at -8. So this is quite impressive comparison.
I started at -8.
Also, I'm gonna send you a whisper.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. Oh no! So roll just 3
Yeah.
because you have to know what these are.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm just gonna roll all 3 of them at once then.
Sure.
Oh,
Okay. So note all 3 of those down,
okay.
and then if you do me the favor. And then you'll understand. So, we'll go back to you guys. So, everyone at Theris' house. You kind of wake up. Death's probably still asleep for a while by the time some of the early risers get up. Baron's probably still sleeping it off. What do you guys do with this fresh day until Death gets up?
She'll stay in bed for a bit and eventually head over and start brushing her hair.
I knew you go like eat cereal or something. What about you, Theris? Anything special you need to do?
Nope, just resting, normal stuff. Get up breakfast. If anybody needs things, show them where things are at.
Yeah, and I'd say they're all pretty familiar with your house at this point. All right, so before Death wakes up, we'll go back to everyone over there. So as you get there, Patrick or Solomon, who wants to roll a D100? Or you can pick chat, up to you guys.
Halfsies?
Sure. I'll roll
All
the
right.
ones place.
Okay, I'll roll the 10s. 53.
No,
I'll
it's all 3, Solomon.
Oh,
They're all active.
oh, oh boy. Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
So now you understand what those are for, right?
Uh-huh.
There you go.
$53.
Ooh, a 53. As you're kind of sitting there, because you did get long rest because you're just passively watching, you notice as a couple of people come in and out of this place, some stay longer than some of the others do. Roll an insight check for me.
Gladly. That is a 25.
This one guy who's kind of sitting there, he's like come and gone twice over the course of like 4 or 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And he notices, just because your passive perception is pretty good, you notice a blade at his side. Just try to get a picture there for you.
Oh no, that's great.
Do I have a dagger? I would enjoy a dagger. I guess they don't go in dagger form. Short sword it is. Are you gonna give me a
I'll
picture?
be right back.
Yeah. But you notice a blade on his side that kind of looks like that.
Well, it looks kind of evil and maybe
Can we?
that seems a little Dragon Slayer-esque, doesn't it?
Have you met Calum, yeah?
Yes.
Let me compare and see if they're the same. Greater. Great sword. They have the exact same hilt work as Calum, and you know he has a Dragon Slayer sword.
Okay.
It's just kind of sitting there eating. A woman comes in and joins him, just talks to him.
I want to observe that woman more closely. Does she also look threatening?
Roll an investigation check now that you're kind of eyeballing them more.
My glasses are foggy.
I'm back.
I mean, you don't really notice anything on that one. She's not carrying any blades that are visible.
Mm-hmm. Magic,
she-
then.
Do you have detect magic?
Nope. That's just his assumption.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, she probably sits with him for about 10, 15 minutes, and then she eventually leaves. But he stays.
Okay.
Almost like he's keeping watch.
On our room.
No, he's on like the bottom floor, like where they serve food and drink.
Okay.
Hey, thank you
thanks
for the
for riding,
raid.
Rick.
Welcome.
Yo,
Hope you had a
hello.
good game, Nate.
What is up?
Gamers.
But yeah, so you do note he is carrying a Dragon Slayer short sword.
Okay.
He's observing you guys. Is there anything you want to do?
Oh, we're all outside? I thought we had
No, they're downstairs. So you were just kind of keeping an eye out. You kind of, as you do like your little patrols or whatnot, you see him downstairs. They're fine upstairs. They're still in the room.
I will kind of. I imagine this whole time I was kind of looking like I was in sleep mode. I will like kind of turn on at this point and like go to wherever the meals are and get two.
Okay. So you go get some food.
And then I
Leave.
will take it to the room if that's allowed. I hope it is.
Yep.
Okay.
You watch as you walk up. That guy kind of like is looking you walking at this to the stairs with two plates.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't like do anything specifically. You just note he notes your presence going upstairs.
Gotcha. I mean, it
seems
is
like
weird.
It seems like he is also keeping track of comings and goings.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a kid at the bottom of his hat, insomnia. He wants to know if Patrick can gain vampirism. Your picture, you got like those two little pokes at the bottom of your face.
Oh, I would.
we may have a model for that one. There's still 6 more Patricks out there.
There sure are.
We'll note that down for a future model.
Count
Great.
Patrick.
That's the scientific extraction model. All right, so you go take the food to the two of them. Probably Tess. I'd assume Tess is probably awake at this point. She does look very tired. If you present her with food, she will probably eat it all very quickly.
Sure, I don't know how much dragons eat.
He gets both.
Are you still asleep?
Am I still asleep? Probably not.
Well, you just, as he kind of comes in the room, you kind of snap to.
And
You
then,
look at him though, and he's not bloody at all.
well, I guess you figured out the bath then. Anyway, I need to write something down for both of you, and then I'll find some stuff to write with.
Yeah.
And then I will tell them through writing, there's a man outside with a Dragon Slayer sword. People know what Tess looks like in human form here. We need to leave somehow without being seen at all.
Mm.
And Tess is just going to sit there. Roll a D100 as for Tess.
You need an Uber, my friend? Just give us a call. We're on speed dial.
You just watch as Tess takes like the quote from you and just writes "where" with a question mark.
I write back, your daughter, question mark.
Just kind of nods. She's going to put her hand on both of your shoulders and cast teleport.
Well, goodbye forever.
And you are in her, it's actually in her study, in her house. It does look like they've been like restoring and repairing a lot of the damage from when it was attacked. And from when she was attacked as well.
Aw.
But Ardella is not currently here. There's just like a couple of people like fixing stuff.
Well, we are probably good to talk now.
She just kind of sits in her office chair and just like, it's good to be home.
Do you still feel a pull from whatever happened to you?
Really don't remember much.
How much do you remember?
I remember going down into the caves. Really, that's kind of it.
Mm,
And then I woke up down by a riverbed in Tyros, found some clothing, and I bumped into you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Solomon looks at Patrick.
Do you wish to know what happened to you? Are you ready?
Yeah.
If you could, Solomon, this model has trouble speaking.
You fill her in on the happenings since she
Yeah.
got in.
Honestly, Solomon's not leaving anything out.
You show her the lantern.
Yes.
Okay. I will say, just as you guys are sitting there, you pull it out, she'll start investigating it, just because she has the facilities to do so. So
Mhm.
she'll kind of work on that one.
I'll recommend her be careful with touching it.
Mhm. She's really adept at dealing with this kind of stuff, so you kind of tell her what you know, and she'll continue working on that one.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, Solomon probably just gives her a full report of it, of everything that happened, or what
How
we
many
know.
people she killed, how she attacked Gancaster.
I mean, if she inquires about the number, they'll tell her.
Just I see, and he just kind of gets all the information. She looks over. I am pretty tired. Patrick, you're pretty adept at working with magical items. Do you want to give me a hand with this?
I used to be. I feel a lot slower now.
What happened to him?
New body.
He just looks over at you. What happened to your old body?
I believe I was torn in half by a wind god.
A wind. You know what? I think I've had enough of an upload for today. It's like,
Oh, you already added that to my character sheet.
does
Okay.
anyone know where my daughter is? And where are your friends?
They use their teleportation magic to leave earlier.
All right,
I was told that it was not a secure line to contact them, so I am hesitant to tell them where we are. Because you are wanted.
I'm what? Oh,
Yes, a man in. Did I not tell you that a man in armor was looking for you? Was he blonde?
I believe he was, yes.
Yeah, I'll just basically describe Pride, even though I don't know who he is.
Hmm. I've never met anyone like that. Of course,
I bel-
Testo said.
He was paying everybody. I assume he cased the entire city And that is why there was a man at that inn looking for dragons, I assume.
I would prepare anti-detection magic for yourself and your daughter. For safety.
Hatred has only increased within the past 3 days.
She just kind of nods. She's like, "All right, let me send a couple of messages. First one she sends is going to go to Lord Corbin, who currently has her daughter, just to get some things moving on that side." It's like, oh, and she does like 2 or 3 messages with Lord Corbin, and then let's see,
They would be so proud.
who would she pick on? You know what? She doesn't technically. I don't think she knows Leah left you, does she?
No, she does. She definitely does.
I don't think so.
No, she does.
No.
No, Leah-
If
course she
Solomon
does.
didn't
Leah
leave
was
anything
there.
out,
Why would
She
Leah
hasn't
be
seen you
involved?
guys since they left the party. So, Leah, you get a message.
Does she get my answering machine?
No,
she
she
tested
doesn't.
herself.
that's only on stones. She's using the spell to hit you directly.
Yeah, she's doing a direct call on her own plan.
So we're picking on Deft directly, not the character, the player.
It's like, Leah, I'm safe at home. If the rest of you want to come here, Ardella's being brought back now. Everything should be good, though. I have your friends. What do you say?
Oh, God. You can do this.
You do your answering
also-
machine.
Leah, and you could just roll it as yourself. Roll just a d20, like to see if you've even heard of what's been going on, since you're kind of in seclusion a little bit. Okay, so you're not even aware of like any of the dragon type things. You've literally just been in the woods. How do you reply?
Oh, hello, Tess. Good to know you're all right. I parted ways with the others some weeks back. Put that down. God damn it. You'll have to call one of them. Good to hear from you.
She looks over at you guys. Leah left your party?
I think
Which
she
one was
fighting
that?
The wizard.
Wizard.
the competent one.
Oh, yes.
She just kind of looks over at you. Did anyone else leave your party that I shouldn't be sending messages to?
Her partner.
Well, I probably figured that Jason went with her.
The boy,
Which boy?
white hair. Didn't you play with your the daughter? A little.
Oh, Strix?
Yes, the boy.
Oh, he left your parties. Well, where did he go?
With her.
Oh. Well, who should I send a message to? How about we go with that?
This is all on you, Solomon.
The male tiefling.
Oh, yes. All right, Deft. So I'm still going to give
Hi.
you your full rest, but you're getting woken up early.
I'm sorry, Deft. You're the honestly part of that group. You're the one I slightly trust.
That's all right.
Sorry to bother you. You were the name I was given to contact. Solomon and Patrick at my house. Come visit. Toodles. And it just wakes you up out of your sleep.
Morning.
Morning.
Yep. Sure. Be
Sleep
there
up?
soon. Oh, yeah, hi.
Solomon,
Mm-hmm.
I need you to roll a dex save.
Oh boy.
Child tackle from
Child
behind.
You know, that's fitting. I'll accept my fate.
You just watch as you're sitting there, and you're still like a bit tired because you haven't been sleeping regularly. And all of a sudden, you just get plowed from behind as Ardella tackles you,
Yes.
and he just smacks there. It's like, is Trix here too?
No.
I think he's with Leah.
Aww. And she'll help you up. And she just like runs over and gives her like a big hug.
Oh.
While they also wait for the other ones because Lord Gorbin is there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, he'll kind of discuss it with Tess, and you guys can kind of hear also. He tells her not to worry so much. They don't believe any of the nonsense about her attacking people or doing anything, and she would never do anything like that in her right mind.
In her
but
right
also-
mind, that's a good clarification.
That is very correct.
But also does note that there's a very important meeting today that she should go to. Apparently, they're having some large council meeting regarding the ordeal with the children and kind of what to do, whether or not they're going to be doing some sort of massive defensive operation against these tunnels you found and the dangers that are coming from them, or potentially even if they're just going to go and strike in advance.
Yeah, I attend
That is
as
some
well.
point this evening. He kind of looks over to you. I don't see why not. You played such an important role in discovering the tunnels in the first place. I think it'd be
I
valuable
may-
to have you in there.
also know where they came from.
Oh,
That's right. Without you, we wouldn't even have known. You may have saved this whole
No.
mountain.
Where they started from.
Yeah, I know. You drew it on the map.
How they came to be
I think he's speaking of their
On-
origin.
Arcadia.
Well, then I think it'd definitely be valuable to have you there. Any insights you could provide?
Do you have anyone who can read minds? It would help.
I mean, we could probably find somebody.
If-
Whose mind?
Mine.
He just kind of like looks at you, and then he looks over at Solomon and Tess.
I believe writing a report would be more efficient.
Let me see what I can find out.
I just need to get plugged into a projector, man.
Well, for the best things you could potentially do, unfortunately, Tanya has a broken version, so it may not work. Scout
Mhm.
does have a projector. But what you really need, as opposed to someone who could read your mind, is someone who could tap into your memory.
Yeah. But, like, I don't know that.
Pulls out
Patrick.
wire jack.
Let Tanya do it. Or Morgan.
Patrick,
What's the worst? You obviously you need a Tanya tune-up.
I believe writing a report would be more efficient.
I could do that as well. I guess I'll start writing a report.
Said, well, it's this evening. Yeah, I mean, you and your friends, we couldn't have done many of the things we've recently done without you, and who knows where we'd be. So yes, please, if they're in town, please bring them.
And make the report brief.
Brief. Okay. I'll list for Kalsto what his report is.
So you're not spending all day writing a report.
All right, so while all of you guys are kind of there doing that, Steph, you get woken up. Did you say anything?
That's
back
Baron waking up.
yeah, that was the plan.
Yeah, I responded to her, and Ari thought I was talking to her.
I think I thought you were talking to her.
I'm imagining Def probably just like jolted up awake. And then
All right. So you wake up. What are you guys doing at the house?
Yeah, we have to go to Tess's place.
what about Tess and Tess with Solomon and Patrick?
Yep.
This is absurd.
They've gone to her place?
Yep.
Oh.
I'll go get my things.
You go collect your folders.
As I tidy up my mess, I find a second folder for the other one.
Mm-hmm. All you need now is a PowerPoint presentation.
She'll stand up, kind of room.
Bro,
Yes,
you don't
ma'am.
think I have the spell, Major Image, specifically to do PowerPoint presentations?
Power to you. It's a 10-minute spell, too, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yesterday
Alright,
was
so
what? Are you alright?
He just kind of blinks for a second, like he doesn't realize that was the question he could have asked. Yeah.
Just gonna give you one of these real quick.
Also, if anyone in chat wants to roll a D100, now's a great time.
As you guys are doing that, let's see what this is. All right.
She smiles, gives you just one cheek.
Sorry. Pinky, lit a candle bright. I think we should
There's a
hurry
25
up.
from XL.
Oh, you guys are lucky.
Patrick didn't come with me, so I'm worried about him a little bit.
He is with Lady Tessia back at her domain. We should probably head over there quickly.
So they found Lady Tess.
They did, yes.
Go gather the others. We'll meet in the main room.
Can do that. Let's see. Does he have thermatargy?
Oh, God.
Cantrip. Yes, he does. Good man. Thermatargy. Rise and shine, everybody.
There's probably already outside with his coffee. Like, what the?
He'll cancel the spell. Turn back to you. He's like, "Are we having breakfast here at Lady Tessia's?"
The sooner we get there, the better.
All right. If you're all gonna be looking for grub, we're teleporting there.
Oh, my head hurts all of a sudden. I don't know. That's crazy. That's so weird.
There is.
Yeah, let's go.
Yes, sir.
Do you take your coffee outside or inside this fine morning?
What's the weather like?
It's kind of like a low, foggy morning. A little bit cool, but not too cold.
Yeah, I'll be
Perfect.
outside in the back porch.
Roll a perception check for me if you don't mind.
Patio. Let's see.
You just kind of look across the road from your house. There's someone sitting like on a farm fence. And you notice like they're smoking like some sort of like self-rolled cigarette. And then you notice like on the ground next to them, there's like 5 other smoked cigarette butts kind of sitting on the ground. They
I
kind
recognize.
of, not specifically, no. And you're pretty familiar. Like, you don't know everyone in the town, but like some people look familiar enough. You don't recall ever seeing this guy before, though. But it seems like he's been there a while. As he sees you kind of come outside with your coffee, he kind of like stretches a little bit, and he just kind of like paces up the road a bit and back and forth and stretches around.
I'll sit my coffee down and just kind of do some morning stretches for a minute, then like act like I forgot something, go back in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Deft. I holler out for Deft.
Yep. What's up?
I need you to do something sneaky. There's somebody that's been spying on us, and I don't recognize him from the area. And go to a window that's curtained and kind of see if I can see him to point him out.
You kind of look, and after you went back inside, he kind of paces back and forth a little bit, and then he kind of finds somewhere similar to where he was.
Kind of squint. Do I recognize this guy?
I will a perception check.
Do you want to use a luck point already?
No, I don't.
I mean,
That guy
that's
looks
still,
totally familiar.
still what, a 23?
Hold up.
No, not ones don't affect it.
Let me
There's
check
not
something.
fumbles in skill checks unless it's a homebrew or home rule.
Oh, okay.
Let me double check.
Deft.
Only attack
Hi.
rolls.
I need to roll a D100 for me.
Can do. That many.
Interesting.
17.
Okay. You kind of like look over it and you rub your eyes. For a minute, it looks exactly like Satesh. And kind of like rub your eyes really hard and you look over. It's just some guy.
Yeah, I can go check it out.
It looks like they've been there a while, kind of point where they were originally sitting. Like, I got several burnt cigarettes.
I mean,
So
I
they've
could.
been here a while.
I don't have to like go sneak. I could just go talk to him and ask if he needs anything.
But if it's somebody spying on us and they know who you are, they may either not be truthful or they may try to leave. That's why I want to see if you can get some information first. Then maybe try it, or if you can change your appearance.
Yeah, I could do that. When I finish picking up my papers, shoving them into my bag of holding.
I'm so glad I gave you that back.
And I'll,
So glad you gave me this back too.
if you need somebody to play off of, I'll send some backup with you. And let me see which soul I'm going to send with her.
Oh, nice. We haven't done this one well. Grab a drink for a
My
moment.
notes. List O souls.
Such a fun skill.
No. I mean, do I go for a third drink?
How barren? How much are you feeling barren, and how much are you feeling Solomon right now?
I'm feeling barren
I've
more
got
right now.
2 random
All
bards.
right.
I'm going to send one of the bards. They'll have better skills for helping sneak as well as being charming, hopefully.
First, they're going to back him up.
Be safe and call if you need help. I'm gonna give
Yeah, you can probably hear me scream from over there. Should be fine.
Now, do I have any kind of, like if I send the staff as a soul, do I have any kind of mental connection to it? Like, kind of like using like Bram to see and hear through?
Not specifically yet.
Okay.
Typically, it just makes someone come to life, and you can kind of like
Yet.
kind of sense where they are. Yeah, I see you cut that part.
Okay, but
But
they
yeah,
can,
you can summon them
once they
back.
come back, I'll know I can get the information though.
Mhm.
I'm gonna turn it into
Hey, thank you for the raid. Welcome.
Welcome, everyone.
like maybe like a housekeeper or something.
He does not currently have staff here, but you're gonna make yourself look like one.
Yep.
Sure.
I'm gonna like half-heartedly write a little list of groceries to hold. And I don't even have to try to look disheveled or tired because I am.
Yeah. All right. So, are you walking over to him?
Yeah, I'm just gonna start walking outside.
How do you want the bard to provide you aid? Is he like gonna just play like walking over music?
Oh yeah, no, he can just start playing a little ditty, and I can look moderately uncomfortable.
Excellent. All right, so you start walking over towards this individual. As you do, he kind of starts doing the pacing thing again, and like stretching. He like jogs in place as and kind of paces around.
Do we have neighbors?
I mean, there's places around. He has a fairly decent lot of land.
So he's like kind of on our property.
He's like on a farm, like a farm fence along like someone's farm inside the walls. So it's not very huge. But there are other people about as well, like along these roads. But obviously, it looks like he's been here for a while, for what he said.
Hello there, mister. It looks like you have been hanging about for quite a while. Can I help you with anything?
Oh, no, not specifically. I was just looking for someone, and oddly enough, I thought I'd find them here, but you know what? No luck so far.
I'm gonna have the bard speak. Well, up from around the area, and I see many people. Maybe I could help you find somebody. Who do you happen to be looking for?
Well, you see, I noticed something funny yesterday when I was here with a couple of other officials. You see, it hit me after the fact, but oddly enough, the cookie delivery man who entered the house never came back out. You haven't seen him by chance, have you?
Well, he was offering special cookies that he needed to stay the night for.
Yeah, the cookie man climbed out the back window.
Sweet.
The back window, you say? Why is that?
I kind of look back and forth to the bard.
Well, now
Yeah.
I don't. The bard wasn't there,
I know.
so and I don't have that mental link to Theris, so I can't make
They
up
were.
shit.
This is just desperation.
No. This is me being conniving.
Mhm.
They were special.
Is that
cookies, you see.
the cookie man that's down? He travels through the area.
I elbow the bard.
Oh, yeah, his confections are spectacular.
Mhm. Indeed, you say. And out the
He's
back
he's a
window.
while. I've unfortunately I do the same. I kind of look around like if anybody's listening. I've heard he's a bit of a smuggler as well. So with all the law enforcement that was around, perhaps he was scared.
Roll a persuasion check.
I don't know what that guy's persuasion is, so here's you a 20.
Can I assist in this
It's one of the
persuasion
bards.
check?
Thank you for the follow.
Yeah, he kind of looks over at you. Alright, I'll have to look into it. If he comes back around this area, let me know.
Now,
Of
mister,
course.
what were you doing keeping an eye on our house over there?
I told you I was looking for the cookie salesman. I saw that he had gone in but not come out.
Well, yes, but this is our personal property, and I don't particularly appreciate you loitering.
Who are you again?
Oh, come now. You don't know.
My name is Nancy.
Roll a persuasion check. Oh. Nancy, I didn't mean to offend anyone. You know what? Just let us know if you see that individual again, and you have yourself a bright and shiny day, okay? And he just walks down the road.
Please feel free to come to the house. I'm sure that Master Theris would answer any questions you have. I mean, he's quite known around here and
Like, it's okay.
around the area.
He's gonna
Songs are
look
being
over.
written about him.
What is the form of Nancy?
Like old lady,
What race?
human.
How old?
Like 70, 60, 70.
Okay. You have yourself a good day, ma'am. He just continues walking down the road.
I'd watch your back around here, son. There's troublemakers afoot. And I wave to him.
He just kind of like looks back over his shoulder at the creepy old lady and continues going.
Oh boy. It was a mistake.
Oh, that was fun. Yeah, I don't even bother like pretending that we were going somewhere. I just turn around and go back to the house.
Should you follow him? He could have been lying.
I don't care. Whoever he was, it'll be a problem for later.
It's a problem for the future Theris.
Nah.
Now that I was close up, did I recognize him anymore?
No, didn't ring any bells. You didn't really pay enough attention to all the soldiers that were here the day prior.
All right.
All right, so you are all up.
When
Anything you
they
need to do at
get
the house?
when they come back, I'm like, thank you for your assistance, and just hold out my and like shake his hand, and as I shake his hand, transforms back into the staff, and then I absorb the staff
Mhm.
and recall. Then I'm gonna in my mind recall what happened.
Yeah.
Do I recognize this person? Now I got a
No,
better
not
look. You can
specifically.
talk to him.
It's freaky.
Okay.
Never seen him before.
That's an impressive trick you got there.
That can be handy. I've only used it a couple of times.
Handy.
Ed.
I slap Baron on the back. We both just kind of chuckle about it.
He slaps you on the back too.
That's
There's
great.
just rubs his temples. Do you have some alcohol to be drinking?
At this point, Sock comes out of the room. He's all disheveled.
He holds up his mug already.
Oh, man, you
Already, you're out of alcohol.
You didn't have to think that hard, little man.
Again?
The world rests on my shoulders. I'm thinking.
It's okay, bud.
He just burst out in like this emotional outburst in front of all of you. And then he just starts walking down the hall.
How old is he?
He's probably like, I think we said he's around like 8 to 10 at this point.
Yeah.
He's very mature 8 to 10 as well.
He's younger than Tanya, so no alcohol yet.
No, that's the perfect time to get drunk.
I'm playing Baron right now, and I'm not drunk enough to give alcohol to a child.
Daft,
He
what's that?
doesn't drink anyways.
And how does he expect to put hair on his chest then?
As you hears the mention of hair on his chest, and you just watch as he pops back into his little weasel form and like goes to hide under something.
He's already got plenty of hair on his chest. Sorry, continue your.
No, he's just literally like hiding under like a china cabinet.
What was that about? Is he okay?
Yeah, he'll be all right.
He looks like he can less sleep than you.
He is currently weighing the world on his shoulders. I think for the first time. I'm gonna start making like kissy noises, and I pull a couple of like spiced crickets out of my pocket. Out of a little snack bag.
A little snout pops out, sniffing.
It's okay, little man. Put a couple in front of him.
He watches the little hand comes out and pulls them back underneath the china cabinet, and you just hear crunching.
We're gonna go to Lady Tessia's house. Maybe see your kid. You gonna come with?
He watches. He just kind of does the little weasel bounce out.
All right, big guy. Up we go.
He just jumps in your boot.
Going there to investigate, or she been found?
She's been found. Let's Get there, we can talk more there.
Human or dragon form?
Let's get there and we can talk more there.
Everything is all right for now, as far as I know. She is safe and at home.
Very well.
That was from Solomon.
Make sure everybody's got anything they need before we go. Wine skins, water skins full. Food in case we can't come back.
You stock up on. You do have some dry goods left. Your alcohol probably need to be replenished the next time you're in town. After the several visits Baron has made.
And whatever that substance was that was in the sink.
Mm-hmm. All right,
All
are
right.
you teleporting them out?
Yep. We'll aim for the main hall.
Sure. So you all gather together. It's easy enough to teleport. You've been there numerous different times, and you are in the main hall at Lady Tess's manor. You do notice there are several guards posted. There's a lot more people when the two of them just got here. And at this point, I'm sure Ardella probably convinced Solomon to play.
Yeah.
So they're probably out in like the courtyard, under heavy guard as well.
You're playing fruit ninja.
I unleash my sock upon them.
He is begrudgingly playing with.
As he appears, he's like, "Hey guys!" and he runs over. He's like, "I might be a king."
That's more deft.
Once Sock appears, does Solomon get a sneak off, or does he get dragged into their double shenanigans?
Up to you. You're all. I don't think that they officially ever made an Ardella kid crew member because there wasn't enough kids left at that point.
Honorary kid crew, of course.
How Jambo would want it.
Mm-hmm.
Up to you. You can try to sneak away.
I mean,
tag in for Sock.
I will, but I'm not rolling for it, so I get dragged back, probably.
Let's see if she notices. Natural one, she does not notice.
Do I want to pull shenanigans on that roll?
Up to you.
I don't. So he'll just walk off.
She starts catching up with Sock, and Sock is rambling on and on about some green folder. And like killing people. She just kind of like used the opportunity to slip away for a little bit of a mental break.
Ari's also just giving Deft a stare as he's rattling off about this. Or giving.
I'm sweating.
Well, you guys are like in the main yard. You aren't hearing this one. It was just because the kid had ran over to where they were playing.
Yeah, no, you guys aren't aware of killing.
And you guys see Solomon come in.
I imagine we wouldn't be too far.
Well, the main hall is indoors. The courtyard is outdoors. Well, outdoors in the cave indoors.
Looks more tired than when you last saw them. Children.
Man, I thought we told you had to get more sleep, man.
I did.
Oh.
Children.
That bad, huh? Oh, yep. Been there.
Do you know where Tess is?
She should be in her lab. Or in that general direction.
Sorry,
There's a dwarf talking to Patrick in the hallway. What's oxygen?
What you breathe. Or part of it, anyway. Most of it is actually nitrogen.
This dwarf, he's just like reading over the report.
Well, you can't just teleport up there. You will die.
Yeah, the concept of explaining space travel and all of this is this guy's just trying to like convert your report into something you can actually act on.
Patrick, I said to keep it brief.
I did. It is only 3 sentences.
Look at the 3 sentences.
All right, let me find that whisper.
Yep.
It's just like one really long equation.
You sent that to me.
Oh, whoops.
You should be able to redrag it to me.
Oh, okay. I can drag.
Yep.
There you go.
Compound complex sentences don't count.
Did you say that to him?
Yes.
What other way is there to write?
I should have been more specific there. Let's just hand the paper back. Honestly, you know he didn't read it immediately, but he
No, he looked at the length, looked for periods, and went no, and walked away.
yeah. He did read it though.
All right, so you guys are all there and catch up. What are you guys doing?
Ari's making her way to the lab.
Yeah. Chess is still in there studying the lantern.
Tess! And she'll run over and give her a hug.
Oh, hi! And she just kind of receives all of you.
Glad to see you're safe and back to yourself again.
Yeah, I heard some crazy stories.
Yeah. Do you remember what happened?
Very vaguely, no.
Do you remember what happened before?
I remember going down to the cave. That's all I remember. And then I remember waking up by the river.
I'm sorry we couldn't have been there when you came back to yourself.
Well, thankfully, young Solomon found me when he did. He even shared his cloak with me.
That's nice of him.
He hasn't taken that back yet.
I'm assuming she would have given it back after she got the clothing.
Fair.
She had blankets.
Mhm.
She probably took like the whole bed and just like passed out.
Yep.
She probably also ate your breakfast too. Let's be honest.
You sound like he wasn't eating that. He was going to eat that breakfast to begin with.
Oh, I know. Oh, she definitely capitalized on it.
Well, how are you doing now?
Really just kind of catching up. Still just feel shaken by the whole thing. I'm glad to see Ardella. Trying to get in the mindset for this meeting later today.
Meeting?
Yes, they're trying to decide what to do in regards with the children. Important thanks to your friend over there for discovering their attack tunnels.
Oh.
Yes, the council is quite split. Several think we should just refortify and make a great stand here, and many others think we should go and strike them where they come from while we still can.
Could
Kind of
torch
an item of contention.
Could torch the entire cave.
But the caves are quite long. They go all the way from where they are currently residing through many existing cave systems into our caves. So even if we torch them, we couldn't torch them all. It would take forever. Besides, there's other things in the tunnels beneath these lands other than them.
Ah.
Many want to seal the tunnels below so that nothing comes back.
Well, that's an idea.
But
No.
they're trying to figure out what to do. If we do nothing, though, we certainly will not last long. Also, I've been studying this thing. Quite fascinating.
Speaking of, what have you learned about that?
I mean, more or less, from what Solomon had told me, nothing that you guys have not already figured out. It seems to be some sort of dimensional time anchor. It actually links our time and place and space to a specific plane at a specific time elsewhere.
I think the only thing we really figured out that we might have been able to do is break it.
Well, you could potentially break it. That would definitely sever the connection. Although you would never be able to reestablish. I'm not sure exactly how these are set up, but you could also use them as a kind of like a transit path to traverse between the planes and times.
Oh, that reminds me. Do you have any magic that can prevent you from being dominated?
Dominated. I mean, short term, nothing permanent.
Because someone's been mind controlling Dragon's flight, so thought I would give you that as a bit of a warning if you have something.
That should be impossible. The only item that can do such is under lock and key at the Arcanum.
Well, certainly didn't seem to be how it was yesterday.
What do you mean? Someone stole the orb?
I don't know. I can only assume. There were 2 dragons at the city yesterday. You and another one.
Solomon would have noted that.
How do you know it was the orb?
The color of the eyes. I guess it could have been something else, but
If it is indeed the orb, that is very troublesome. Even my magic that prevents if it's being dominated has no effect against that artifact. Has anyone checked with Arcanum to see if it's even missing?
we've not had a chance yet.
Don't you guys live there?
At the Archon?
You live in so basically what was Eastern Gancaster, which belonged to Lord Grey, was given to the Arcanum as like a peace token to prevent them from going to war with like Simthir, which is unfortunate they're still at war anyways. But essentially, you have a house in that town, so it's an Arcanum town. But you guys were gifted like a big, almost like a base there. It's kind of smaller at the moment, but you can grow it bigger.
Yeah, about that. I have yet to actually be there.
So, you guys are given a great honor, and you haven't even been to the house you got for free?
Look,
That's honestly
see,
funny.
It's
Look.
been busy.
yeah,
Well, I really hope whoever they got as a stand-in steward has been taking care of your property for you.
I would love for like just 5 minutes to be able to go there and see it. But
You say that like you can't teleport.
there's not
That's
time.
funny.
We're still busy.
Well, if you're trying to find out about the orb, that would be where I'd start personally. I'm not about to go there myself. In fact, I don't know if I'll be leaving this mountain anytime soon.
Probably for the best.
Hi, Russ Bucket. There you've been.
Oh, Baron, hello.
What happened? You didn't come with when we teleported.
Yes, Patrick was missing. I needed to look for him.
Aren't you, Patrick?
Yes.
Then was there another Patrick wrecking around?
Yes. And I point to Solomon.
If this is the time anchor, could you make some weird time shield to protect you?
Doesn't do anything. It's just more of an anchor. Doesn't allow us to harness time, more of a path to guide us between them.
Oh,
Like a navigational chart in a way.
oh, okay.
Baron will walk over to Solomon. Looks like you're Patrick now. Slap him on the back. No.
I love it when people other than me have to talk to themselves.
Hello, is it? Can anyone listen into this thing? Hello.
Rookie,
Hello.
do you mind contacting the was it?
You guys hear a lot of things coming out from some of your pockets, and Patrick, you hear something in your head. Is this thing on?
Uh,
I heard this line is insecure. Be careful what you say.
It's I think it's okay now. Actually, no. He didn't give me his stone back, did he?
He did not give you his stone. He got apprehended. He didn't seem to have a stone on him when they took him in.
So no telling who can listen.
Be carefully.
We need new stones.
Oh, hey man, what's up?
We might have a small problem.
Uh-huh.
You see, I was keeping an eye on Oberon,
Mm-hmm.
and I needed a snack, and I couldn't find one, and I came back.
He's gone, isn't he?
I can't find him. I'm pretty sure
Yep.
this is where I left him.
No, that's okay.
He's 2 inches to the left.
Roll a D100, Solomon.
Yeah,
I hope you're right.
31.
Hold on. Nope. That used to be a barrel.
never mind.
You know what? I have a sneaking suspicion that he might have paid us a visit today. Maybe not. Maybe I'm seeing things again. That's okay. You take care of yourself. Do you...
What if
Need
he's
to-
in trouble?
I'm not gonna worry about that right now.
I'm gonna go make sure the portal didn't open. Just in
Yes.
case.
That's a good idea.
It doesn't feel hot or anything.
Yeah, let us know if it's open.
Will do. How do you turn this thing off and then you just hear it like fumble and drop to the ground and then it gets shoved in a bag?
Carefully place mine back on wherever I have it. Slowly put my face back in my hands. Take out the green folder. Write a couple things down.
Do you do that in a place where I can sneak a peek?
Yeah, sure.
Sweet, let me roll perception.
Yeah, and you have plenty of spot. Like you can reset up your conspiracy board if you need to.
I am downloading that into my
Oh my
mainframe.
All right, hold up. What did I miss?
I'll send you what you get.
Okay, cool. Don't worry about it.
Fair enough.
If you weren't paying attention, Solomon wasn't.
Is it fair?
All right, so you guys have probably I'd say by the time you get over there, probably 6 hours until this meeting's supposed to take place. For those that wish to go. What do you guys want to do until that point? You can buy stuff too if anyone needs to buy anything.
I guess I can assist Tef. No, she's a dragon. She doesn't need help with heavy lifting. Never mind.
Oh, Tess.
Hmm?
How tired does she look?
I mean, she's tired, but she wears it well. She's used to spending many long days in the lab without sleeping. Yes, dear?
Use a drink as well.
I don't think alcohol would be a good idea.
Yeah, I gotta say, the kid has a good point. I kind of want to keep my wits about me, at least for now.
As I'm 3 beers in.
Just like, just it's not that I don't feel safe, but it's been
Right.
an unfortunate few weeks.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Have the others reiterated how not okay it is to be a dragon right now? Because I'm just gonna state that again.
Whatever happened seemed intentional.
Yeah, she kind of looks over at you guys. I mean, if the orb really is missing,
What orb?
Dragon orb. It lets the users dominate dragons.
yes, it's quite strong, and it can control many dragons at the same time.
Solomon's never heard of the orb.
We had actually captured it at one point. It had been secured, but from what you're telling me, it sounds like it has been stolen.
Yeah. Some of us can make a stop today and check in on it.
It's
See if
being
that's gone the thing.
stolen, I think, might be the best outcome.
I don't know about that.
Then it being in the hands of people who are intentionally force dragons to attack people would be the better outcome.
I was informed that Allie is back on our plane. We should probably try to check in with her.
Yeah.
You met her. Blue hair?
Okay, I may be a little drunk, okay? This
Tess
is-
definitely knows Allie because it's her sister-in-law. Or at least was. It depends how you count it.
Oof.
That's excellent. I was really worried about her. Where is she?
That's the
Don't
difficult part.
know.
Mm,
She may or may not have been used to break into the Arcanum.
Oh,
What makes you so aware of what happened?
Apparently the cookie delivery man delivered more than cookies.
Cookie delivery man?
Don't worry about it.
No. It was the cookie delivery man.
Wow, I don't really want to get into this right now. An old contact, acquaintance, friend. I don't know anymore.
This seems to placate Solomon enough with he'll just nod at that.
Also, if anyone in chat would like to roll a D100, I need to see what's going on somewhere else right now.
random question. Do you have any books on artifacts from the Plane of Fire?
On what?
Ooh, 6 from
Artifacts
Excel.
from the Plane of Fire?
He wants to know about her crown.
Plane of Fire. I'm sure there's something over there.
Thanks. I'm just gonna...
She points you over. I call that the hot section. It covers a lot on the Plane of Fire and the Hells and a couple of transient planes.
Ooh.
tells.
Ooh, 6, huh?
That's either really good or really bad.
It is
Only
one of
two.
those two, correct?
All right, so that's for one roll. That's for the other. Who is the best person to make? You know what, Deft? I'm going to let you make this D100 roll for the last part of this.
Okay.
Oh boy. I wish I could help you.
Okay. After you guys are kind of hanging out for a little bit, Deft, actually, a couple of you hear like this clattering sound.
Mm-hmm.
I summon for Brennan.
I'll go towards where the clattering sound came from.
Came from several different locations.
I'll go and check where Ardella was, if
Do they
that was
happen
one of their directions.
to be from Sending Stones?
They came from the sending stones.
Oh, never mind. I heard
I'm gonna
nothing.
take mine out, hold it to my ear.
Hear nothing.
Leah's in trouble. Or Amash, or your brother.
That's it. Just heard a clattering sound like it dropped.
Kale, was that you? Caleb?
No answer.
That can't be good.
Only
We should
those
get
ascending
there.
stones heard it.
Oh, they play out loud, so they're not.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Only Patrick's is internal.
Got you.
That's why I kind of echoed everywhere.
Oh, hey, I got polymorph back.
No. Was I heard there though?
Mhm.
There. All right, everyone, gather up.
Or
Patrick
what?
does not gather up.
Just kind of look down, frustrated at the stone. And put it away again.
Whoever's going to check on him. Come on.
He does not gather up.
I don't gather
No,
up
she
either.
said whoever is.
This is zero commitment.
Do you have the magic to get back here?
Yeah. I can cast it a couple times here. Once
Make it
there,
quick
once
then.
All right, who's going?
Ari, Deft, and whoever else.
Tanya,
the whole
I
base.
summon thee.
How long do you think this will take?
Anti-summon.
we'll let you know.
If we don't check in like 20 minutes, something went
Yeah.
wrong.
All right, so in 20 minutes we can write you off as dead.
Yeah, basically.
Hmm.
Be right back.
How many hours until the meeting do we have?
Like 6.
6 total.
Oh, okay, so this happened very recent.
Mm-hmm.
And you will keep the ability to teleport back here, correct?
Yes. Unless something goes horribly wrong.
So if something goes wrong, you're not coming back here.
If something goes horribly wrong and I can't get back here, whoever's still here will have to just go through the meeting.
Solomon just shakes his head.
What meeting?
There's a meeting to figure out what happens with the Solomon pauses for a moment. Children.
Oh, perfect. That works out well, actually. We'll be back.
Mm.
All right, so it's just the three of you.
I think Baron will go.
Okay, four of you.
Oh,
I'm not leaving Little Candlebright going to somewhere dangerous alone.
All right, so where are you teleporting to specifically?
She will teleport.
Actually, I'm also going to cast Word of Recall at Tess's, I guess.
Oh, you're setting that up as the recall point?
Yes, if that's where we're going to meet up.
Okay.
I'll just need to double check when he has that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does.
What level?
How long did it take to change your location? Right now
I
he
don't
said
know.
that there is
a while.
If it takes a while, no.
I think it's a couple hours.
Yeah, I'll have to set that up once we get back.
Yes. Hey, if anything goes wrong, we can always go back to Theris's. You refilled your stock, right?
Sorry, finished casting her spell.
They disappear.
Yep.
So where did you teleport to specifically then?
The place she doesn't know exactly where Kale was or was keeping him, so the place she'd be most familiar with would be the Ruby Temple.
You've never actually tried to teleport inside before. Roll a d100. And I'll be right back. I just have these read real quick before I get to this fun part.
That's
70. Ooh. I regret 3 years.
Wait, where were you trying to go?
the Ruby Temple.
Oh, not just where we left him?
Well, she doesn't know precisely where
He
is.
said he was going to check the portals open, and that's where the portal was.
Ah, he did.
There's that too. But she was more thinking, because obviously teleport works based on familiarity with a location, unless you have something associated with it. So for a more reliable teleport, that's the spot that she's most familiar with.
I really want to be at that meeting, guys.
Yeah, why do you think I literally stayed behind?
Because you're the one who wrote the report.
Yeah, and I there's no way I could even have a chance at Patrick missing that at all. So of course I'm not leaving the city until it happens.
Oh, I'm cheating. I plan on fully cheating that meeting, if need be.
Solomon left one character behind and brought one character.
Yup.
70 high.
So as you go to teleport, you don't actually get inside the area. You kind of land probably away outside of it. But you get on the third layer.
Okay.
There's really no more active fires. Most of them burn out at this point. But you don't see anyone around.
Vicky, I thought there'd be some fire back here. You did a real good job.
Yeah, thanks.
Slap you on the back. Fairly funny.
Sorry.
Oh, we should keep going.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you make your way into the chapel.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
All right, as you walk inside, you see nobody.
Kalen?
I'm gonna pull out my ball
Mm-hmm.
and try to locate object his Dragon Slayer sword.
You put it down on the ground, and it starts rolling to the northwestern side of the room.
Arya's going to put up her, or shroud herself in shadows.
As you go to follow it, it kind of goes behind an area, and you just hear a clang.
Head over and pull back the curtain.
No, it just goes behind like a pedestal, like a stone object.
Head behind the pedestal.
You look and his sword is on the ground.
I will, Pinky.
Roll an investigation check, whoever's looking at the sword. Because there's more than just the sword.
I will.
Oh, wow, 17, and a natural 20. As you guys all go over there, you just see this sword sitting in a big pile of ash.
Ari is quite familiar with fire. Based on the size of the pile, does it look like or does it look like someone was incinerated, or does it just look, or?
Well, there's lots of ash piles around here from incinerated people. Could be.
Was your friend able to cast fire magic?
No.
Well, then let's hope one of his friends incinerated someone who stole his sword, and he got fell into the portal that's no longer here.
I'm gonna pick up the sword.
So kind of look around a bit. Based on the amount of ash there, does it look like it's probably someone about Caleb's size?
It's really hard to say because typically, like, you burn people, but you don't always turn people to ash.
I don't want to make this decision for Baron. I continue. Sorry.
That's with your 33, though. You do notice something. You notice like this wet mark on the floor in the center of like the Ruby Sanctum. You just see blood, like a pool of blood that's kind of semi-dried up.
Does this magic look like it was the product of a fire spell or the disintegrate spell?
It's hard to say.
I've seen both.
I imagine a fire spell would be a much larger pile, wouldn't it? It's disintegrate as a small pile.
You want to smell it? It smells much more like fire. If you had to smell it. But you do look at the blood. It definitely looks like there's like a body laying there, but there's no body currently present.
Is the blood just in this one place, or does it lead anywhere?
Just this one spot. There's like a couple of marks around it from like just like movements of maybe hands and feet or whatever, but you don't see any like drag marks or footprints leading away.
Maybe try something else with Kales?
Daft, I need you to roll one more D100 for me, because this one comes down to you.
I have to roll a couple practice ones.
All right. Tell me, how many practices are you rolling?
I'm rolling them to myself.
Okay.
They've all been really bad so far. This is the one.
Okay. 43.
Not the best, but certainly not the worst.
You still have that inspiration, don't you?
I don't want to roll worse, though.
It's up to you.
I have to take the second roll of phase inspiration, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say 43 is bad.
Decent. Below 50.
Up to you.
Hold on, I'm still reading Kalsto right now. Is a 43 good enough?
Internal inciting.
Is it good enough? DM? Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. That's all I needed to know.
What
So yeah, you see the blood.
What are it? Not much better.
Oh yeah, that pretty much nets the same result anyways. See, you didn't waste it. All right, what are you guys doing?
Does anyone have a way to find out whose blood this is?
I didn't prepare any new spells because new brain who dis.
Brain
I mean,
that's
that
fair.
means he probably still has clairvoyance if you want to spend 10 minutes asking bro questions.
I have either drinking too much or too little to ask bro questions.
I think he has
We'll
it
find
prepped,
out.
doesn't he?
I mean, if you didn't change anything, then yes, he has it.
Because he has ritual caster too.
Yep.
Yep, let's find out. That'd be great.
I think you do augury. I don't know if he has divination prepped
What do you
or if
you
it's
talking about for Baron or me?
The three
Baron.
yes nos is what my idea was.
All right, Pinky and Lady Calibrate. What questions do you want to ask? It may take a few minutes.
Any restrictions on these questions?
They need to be yes, no, or maybe. But a maybe is less likely to give a good answer.
Is that pile of ash, Caleb?
Give me 10 minutes plus spell level and we'll be good. Sorry,
I'm not super worried
Pinky?
about that. I'm more worried about the blood.
So, blood first or ash pile first?
What do we ask?
Well,
Blood.
we have 3.
Yes.
And they have to
What
be
if-
yes, no.
You said you're more worried about the ash pile, Miss Candlebright.
Oh, right, favoritism. I forgot about that.
Oh, okay.
It took me 2 seconds to realize
Here.
favoritism. Yep.
Let's change it to, is Calum alive?
Let's do, is the Ash Calum, if yes, is the blood...
Well, Pinky, if we ask him if he's alive, then we can maybe ask about the blood because it's obviously
yeah, okay.
about the ash pile.
See, this is why I need advisors, okay?
Hey, you're not on your own. Right here with you.
They can advise you how to wipe your ass.
There's another thing you
Okay.
can do, but I don't think you guys have it. I think it's back with the rest of the party.
Which would be?
The special fund does? Ooh,
You have one
I like-
use left.
we could use the special fund dust.
I mean, it is Death's bag of holding, and Deft is in the location.
Is it in? Does Deft have it, or does Theris have it?
What spell or what do you?
There
The
is
magic
powder we
memory
got.
dust.
It's the dust that relived. Basically, it shows you what happened in a location previously.
I don't have that.
All right, then it's probably in the bag of holding. So then Deft has it.
Hey, but that's a limited item, right?
Their
It's-
last use.
Let's do an augury first, just to find out if we have more questions after.
Hey, Lady Candlebright, what do you say?
Do you have a question for the blood?
I want to know if it's Oberon's. Kinda.
Alright. This is blood Oberon's, and we get one more. Alright, we'll see.
Well, we could ask, is Calum alive? Is this pile of ash Calum? If no to the first question, and then the last one can be for the blood.
And if Calum is alive, we can ask about the blood, and then if either of them are still in the city.
I like to picture that his third question, if you only end up needing 2. Did Theris restock his pantry?
I'm gonna be
No.
honest.
It's like an hour.
Exactly. Honestly,
I came with you.
I know. Remember, you basically left the platinum. You kind of emptied out a lot of it because we haven't refilled it in a long time because he doesn't have servants there anymore.
It was literally a day ago.
Yeah, it is definitely not
This
been
morning, actually.
that is your problem for not having the correct amount of alcohol in your pantry. You should have had it restocked.
No,
already.
that's for allowing an alcoholic to come into my house.
refilled.
I am a dwarf.
Plural.
You should see the alcoholic dwarfs. They're dangerous.
I love it.
We put them down because you've ever seen an entire kingdom drunk dry by one alcoholic dwarf?
All right.
It ain't
While
pretty.
Baron casts the spell, Ari will cuddle up to Daft.
All right. So you cast a spell.
Yep.
What do you ask it first?
As Baron is like 2 minutes from completing the spell, Death Sending Stone goes off. It has been 20 minutes. Are you alive?
Oh, yeah, we're good. We're
No,
trying
no.
to figure out
Investigating.
what happened here. We'll check back in a little bit.
Patrick will fill in Solomon that they're still alive, but they're just doing magic stuff.
All right.
Of course they are.
Dude.
That's fine. Good night, Tanya. All right. Is what was his name again?
Caleb.
Is Caleb alive? What do I have to roll for this?
You don't have to roll anything.
No, it's
All
just he has to see if Brel knows or something.
Aye, great Brel. What is your wisdom? Is Caleb alive?
You get this really sour, bitter taste in your mouth.
Ooh. Is it a good bitter or bad bitter?
Bad.
Ooh.
You know what they say? Bad news is hard to swallow.
Yeah. Brel is quite sourish bitter on this one.
That can't be good. Alright. There's the blood Oberons.
Well,
I guess
Lady Cambright has dictated the correct question to ask.
probably
Is the
Caleb's.
blood on the floor Oberon's?
Did Oberon kill him?
No.
One question.
The question was,
Mm-hmm.
is the blood on the ground Oberon's in this specific area?
Yes, it is. You get a smooth tasting flavor in your mouth.
Oh, that is nice. Yes,
Do we want to ask if Oberon killed him or if he's still in the city?
Or you can ask if he's alive.
I want to know if he killed him.
Great Baron? Did Oberon kill Caleb?
Oh, great Brel is the killer of
Caleb?
Caleb Oberon.
You get a very unknown bubbly flavor. Very Dragonclaw-esque.
Yeah.
You're uncertain.
That is mediocre. So maybe.
Yep. So you gather Caleb is dead. That is definitely Oberon's blood. It seems Brel is not certain if Oberon did that or not.
Was it Oberon or Oberyn?
Oberon.
No, he asks.
No.
He asks Spinky.
So either there was a third person here who killed Caleb, wounded Oberon, and abducted him, or Oberon killed Caleb for some reason and then teleported away.
I think maybe Oberon may have injured Caleb and then he died to another cause, which may be the reason for maybe.
Just doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make sense.
Pinky? We
Oh,
we found his sword, right?
Found
Yeah, we
Caleb's
found
sword, yeah.
Kalsto.
What do you plan on doing with that sword?
just kind of take a look at it. We used to produce these. They were for killing dragons. I have one idea in mind.
That's
Is it a good one?
yes, what she said.
He just kind of looks up at you and smiles.
All right, let's do it.
I'd like to inquire. That's not for Lady Tess, right?
No.
Just needed to ask.
Why would you think?
She's
Here,
a dragon, and that's a dragon slayer.
And
Yeah,
we're her friends?
No, I'm not gonna stab Tess with this sword.
No. I just wanted to hear you say it.
Yeah, it's fine. I think I'd like to use that dust here if you guys aren't opposed.
Do it.
Barrett holds his nose for the dust.
Yeah. If I sprinkle it where the blood is, will I be able to see where that Caleb pile of ash is? Like, will it go that
Typically
far?
covers an area, so you kind of throw it up in there and it swirls around. You're never sure what event you may get. You could get an event from way in the past, but typically it pulls a more recent event.
Yeah, this is a fun room. I like this room. Let's dust it out.
If you're an expert magic user and you study this substance more, you can actually learn to typically control it, which is when you get the older stuff. So if you want to find like really, really old information in future campaigns, you can acquire this dust, learn how to kind of control that, and basically focus it within a certain period of time. But recent events, you can just kind of throw it about, and it typically does the most recent ones.
Let's do it.
All right, so you go to utilize it. Roll a d100, unless you want chat to do it.
D100. Baron does not cast guidance.
Um,
He'll slap Pinky on the back just for guidance, just in case.
So you
Oh.
hold the last of the pouch.
You want me to go 50-50 on it?
I have an inspiration still, so I'm just gonna roll it myself. And if it sucks a lot, then
All right, roll a d100. You throw the dust up.
oh, okay. I'll take that. That doesn't suck a lot.
All right, so you throw up the dust, and you just kind of sit there, and the room almost gets like darker as you guys just kind of watch. You see the doors kind of open up, and Oberon just kind of comes slowly walking in. He's got like a stick he's kind of leaning on for balance. And he just kind of like goes over and he walks up to like where the portrait of Sitesh is, and he just kind of like sits down against it and just takes some heavy breaths as he's still badly burnt. And then he just kind of sits there and he lights a couple of candles. And at some point, you just see this figure appear behind him that's cloaked and hooded. And it kind of looks like he must be doing like just general repairs or something. And then you just watch this individual stab him in the back with a dagger. You just kind of see him like gasping for breath. And he just starts staggering away. And then the individual goes ahead and stabs them in the chest. And you just watch as he kind of like tries to grab the person's head and he pulls the hood back. It's Edgar. It's like, you'll never touch my family again. And he just starts stabbing him numerous times. until he falls lifeless on the ground. You kind of watch after about a minute. He just looks at his hands and the dagger, and he almost gets like this very panic look, like he knew what he was doing, but now that he's done it, he like realized. And with the relationship he had with this individual, and you just watch as he like flees from the room. And then you watch as like it quickly goes from like a darker setting into more of a dayish setting. And you just see this large minotaur kind of like come into the room. What the? Oberon! And he just kind of runs over and like starts checking on dead Oberon. What? And you just watch as he starts trying to get the stone out of his bag. And then all of a sudden you just see him stop. And you see Oberon standing up with his hand through Caleb's chest. His head just still like hanging down. And then you just watch him like burst into flames instantaneously and turn to ash.
Wasn't that the assassin you kidnapped?
And you just kind of watch him stagger.
Yeah.
And look confused. And he just staggers out of the building. And then it goes back to the room.
Ari takes a look at Daft. Daft?
Hmm?
Oh, by the way, Ari, I need you to roll a D100 also.
So, should we collect that just to give him a good No. Do you know which way he would like to be put to rest? Because if it's cremation, he's good.
And maybe now is not the time for jokes.
Who's joking?
What do you do with the pile of Kalo mash?
Oh, buddy. I'm gonna need like a little broom or something.
He's your friend, so if that's what you think he would want, I can help you with that, Pinky.
Thanks, Baron.
Are there any like urns or anything, or like small or empty urns around?
You could look around. You might be able to find one. Not specifically in this room. Ari, you got your tiara on, don't you?
Yes.
So as you're sitting there and you guys are trying to figure this out, you hear this sound from outside. It's like a loud bird call from off in the distance.
She kind of perks up for a moment, or like her ears perk up, and she'll peek out front.
You look and you just see like this blue light that's kind of flying in the direction of the golden perch. Flying from somewhere in from Tyros. You're not sure like if it's from Tyros itself, but somewhere in the Tyros region it's coming from.
Something's coming this way.
Good something, or we need to get out of here something?
I don't know.
Ari, you do see this first. You see.
Jakey, you might want to hurry it up.
Yeah, I'm coming. Just
No, I
finished
mean-
gathering up the.
I meant with the ashes, yes.
Yep.
Got 5-7 Putin. You guys still looking? Ari, you see this, but blue.
Oh.
And it just is like flying in your guys' direction rapidly. You just hear another loud.
It's a phoenix.
And you watch as a blue flame phoenix comes into view.
Pinky, is this good or bad?
And it flies into the room that you guys are in. It kind of perches up on the little thing next to the pile of dust.
She'll head over to it.
Hey man, we're kind of dealing with some stuff right now.
And it just kind of jumps down onto the ground. And as you go to try to like sweep up the ashes, it just kind of pecks at your hand.
Hey, be careful with that.
Does this phoenix look familiar at all?
You look at it, roll an investigation check.
We did see a blue phoenix up north.
That was a frost phoenix, very different.
Big one.
You're just so excited to see a phoenix, you can't really tell if you've seen it before. And it just kind of
yours
draws its wings up and it kind of lays them out over the pile of ash and it just kind of lays down into it and you just watch it turn bright blue. Ari, roll a D100.
I don't know if I should try for lower or not.
You just look and you see on the floor the body of a minotaur with its horns shaved off, sitting unconscious.
Baron does not know how to respond to this.
You lucky bastard.
Kale.
That's not Kale.
Oh, it is. So, finally Kale again.
She will go to
Baron will look at
At
Candlebright. I guess I'll believe you based off of Candlebright's actions.
Man, what are the chances? Random blue phoenix flying by.
And you just watch his eyes kind of open. Boss, is that you?
Hey, bud.
Well, what happened?
Welcome back.
You died.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Ah! Ah! He still has the same mentality. He just has the different body.
Hey,
You got better, you big oaf.
Is this the first or second time he's died? I feel like there was a first, but I don't remember. No, there was a first. Yeah, no, he died.
Did he die at first? Yeah, you
He's
know
dead at
he
least
was
once.
really poor
there was
off.
a Kale that died at the Battle of Marrow, I think.
That
I
was a
don't know
clone
if
that died. I don't think he ever actually died before.
I don't know. Everybody died at the kingdom.
I think probably at some point, yeah.
You got better.
Where'd she go?
Hmm?
And he's like looking around the room rapidly.
She?
Yeah, she was right here. Allie, where'd you go? Allie! He like stands up, he like runs outside. Boom, boom, boom.
Was the Phoenix still hanging around?
No, it's gone.
Did it just like disappear as he reformed, or?
Seeming so. It was laying over him and then it lit up really bright, and then it was gone, and his ashes were gone, and it was his body there.
Isn't Allie the name of the person you tried to contact?
The one we were planning on contacting, yes. Let's try to expedite that. Hey, there's come in.
This is not. Oh yeah, on the stone.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you try to send a message over to Allie pretty quick here? We found Kale, kind of. Just want a confirmation on something.
I don't have sending prepared.
Yes, you do. You prepared sending today. I have a list of people I need you to call for me.
That was Leia who always had that ready.
No, it's you now.
Darius didn't prepare it.
You're correct. I did not.
In the morning, I would have been like, "Hey, Theris, I need to call a lot of people today. Can you please prepare sending?"
Well, canonically, you didn't tell me that, so I didn't do it.
Bro, I literally have a list of names in my Discord.
How do we
You're
have,
like, okay, these are the people I need Theris to send a message to.
we have
It
two
never
pirates
asked him.
constantly have sending problems.
I
Neither
literally ask you every day, "Hey, did you prepare sending today?"
I literally say no every time.
And you still don't prepare it.
Nope.
Maybe Baron did.
I don't think Baron gets that in his list. I think it's because you're an Arcana cleric.
No,
cleric-
clerics
it's
get that
sending.
too.
It's just a cleric spell.
Are you doing this to spite me now, Theris? Is this spite?
Wait.
He
No,
knows
I
if he-
truly never think about that because I'm usually having to keep your ass alive and send.
Can you please prepare it tomorrow, Theris?
He also knows if he casts it
I'm
once, he'll
begging
have to
you.
cast it for
I
forever.
will try.
Was I supposed to cast prepare sending, Mrs. Candlebright?
It'd be nice if one of our two priests who could prepare it would.
Then just ask the scrawny one. Oh wait. Was Pinky scrawny?
He's not scrawny.
You're right. There's a more scrawny one.
We should probably though go after him. I'm always gonna run out the door.
Actually, wait. This is really funny. I got new spells today. I'll do it myself.
Do you have
Yes.
sending?
You really?
Yeah,
That's
from
the
level.
spirit, Deft.
I got a new spell today. When we woke
Do you
up
have
this
access
morning.
to sending?
Yeah.
Because you have your arcane trickster limitations. on
Yeah,
your
I
spell
get 4 right now.
Okay.
I have shield, I have greater invisibility, I have elemental bane. I can take sending. Wait, no, I have counterspell too. Wait.
Yeah, I
No,
think
greater
I'll-
invisibility.
You
No.
never use
Elemental Bane.
Elemental Bane.
I just got elemental bane. Elemental bane, counterspell, shield. Those are the 3. I get
he does a lot
4.
of fire damage.
I get 4. Taking sending. Screw you guys.
So what are you replacing for sending?
I did take blink. But I'm gonna No, I took blink. But I'm gonna replace that with sending. Let me
Alright.
double check. I think I get 4. I'll double check. If I don't get 4, I know I at least get 3. I'll double check later. But I'm taking sending.
Okay.
Screw you guys.
Sure.
Then I'm gonna have to be the sending person again.
Up to you.
Definitely no.
Unless you
Don't
want to
be the
have
sending
Patrick
person.
call your other self.
Def,
I think-
I would take sending, however, it is not physically possible.
I appreciate you, Techno. And only you.
I would intentionally avoid sending, so you would have to be the sending man.
I know.
This is why Tess is staying real quiet right now, because Tess actually has sending prepared.
I know.
She's not in the area.
She's with Theris. Theris is at her house.
She just hears over the stone like Theris talking about sending. Tess is quietly whistling.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Oh, I only get 3.
Because
I have to replace elemental
I think you
bane.
might be better off just begging your.
I'm gonna.
player.
Yeah, you know what? That's a bit much to retcon, anyways. I'm just
They
gonna
have
keep
way more
begging Theris
spell
until he
slots
does
than
it. I don't have spell slots.
Sending a ritual.
Nope.
You should have asked me.
Do you need to send your messages before you go back, or do you want to go back and you can ask Taz?
Yeah, Theris, can you ask Tess?
I can see, and I'll ask her.
What? Oh, sending? I probably could arrange that. You guys really should apologize to Leah. Maybe she'll come back.
Like I said,
No, this.
You were better off when
This-
she was around, you know. I'm just.
Oh
just
no, we
noting.
don't. We don't need a wizard.
Like I said, the competent one.
So, do you want to go back and then have her send them, or do you want to just relay them over the sending stone that everyone can hear?
I need to look for Oberon for like half an hour.
Sure. You guys all look around for Oberon?
Hey,
Well, first gonna run out the door and catch up to Kale, who ran.
Yeah, he's just like looking around. Oh,
Hey, Kale, calm down. It's okay. She's not here right now, but don't worry.
no, something's wrong. Where'd she go?
Don't worry, she has to come back and kill Theris in the future. It'll be okay. What? Did I say something?
Solomon will agree over the sending stones, which he doesn't have.
She says that, then we see a brief flash of the future as Theris holds out his staff and it turns into her, and they have a conversation about what she tries to do.
Wait. All right, so are you going to tell them for the sending stone, or are you going to wait till you get there?
Yeah.
Just remember, one of those stones is unaccounted for. But you guys do look around. Doesn't seem like Oberon's here. You don't find that body anywhere.
Does my ball smell anything?
I mean, you could have it look for something if you
I
want.
would like to sense what was Oberon wearing? Oberon's fancy wizard robe.
What's the distance? 1,000 feet?
Mm-hmm.
I think only 1,000, yeah.
Nada.
Mans is long gone.
Oh, let's get back with the others.
Before we leave the Red Chapel, I do need to just sternly look down at the crystal for a solid 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Baron will just shake his head at the craftsmanship.
How about you two go wait for us toward the entrance? We'll just be a moment.
He's still running around yelling for Allie. The entire time you guys look for Oberon.
Yeah, you go keep an eye on him.
Big and hairy.
Oh, me?
I think we are supposed. Lady Calibright said we should wait here.
Well, we have to find Allie.
Does Baron know who Allie is?
Yeah, I think so. Right? No?
No, he has never seen her.
Yeah.
Other than you wanted to talk to her.
You've heard a lot about her, but you've never seen her. Because she disappeared right before they found you guys. She never made it through that gate from the abyss. Definitely seen her, but that's about it.
Then we should probably look just around here, see if she left the room. Do we ever see her in the dust?
No, she was never in the vision. He puts his hand out. She's like, she's about this big. And he's holding his hand down like she's a little kid.
Yep.
And she has long blue hair.
This is a weird question. Are Caleb's eyes a different color or anything?
No.
Okay.
He looks exactly like when you first met him. All those years ago in Gamecaster. With Hallie.
We shouldn't leave a child on her own. Let's see if we can find any blue hairs.
That's a good idea.
She has white hair now.
Blue hair.
Okay.
He said he saw blue. He basically is holding his hand like she's her original size from like when we started the campaign, that she has blue hair.
Weird.
Yep. We're looking for blue hair in a sea of gray.
Weird.
Baron will help Caleb try and keep him close by.
It does keep him occupied. He's trying to like crawl on his hands and knees looking for blue hairs. All right, so the two of you inside. What are you doing?
Are you okay?
You've been asking that a lot today.
You just have me worried. You've been under a lot of stress.
I've gotten pretty good at managing it, thankfully.
Sorry if I'm asking too much.
It's all right. I don't mind.
Just smiles.
Though it does feel like every time we come back here, we find a new problem.
It seems like that everywhere we go. It's not one thing, it's another.
If you could only hear the floor right now. Oh, so this is my fault. I see how it is. I'm just...
Oh, yeah, no. Your stupid brother is evil?
Define evil, if you would, please. And who are you asking, really?
I'm asking the rock in the ground.
Well, the rock said I'm not evil.
Oh, I'm calling his brother evil.
Oh, no, that's not who's here. I was like, oh, is Solomon looking like... Oh, no, it's Baron looking. Never mind.
Yep.
All right. I suppose we should head back.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm sure the other two haven't gone too far.
Hey, I found some alcohol.
You're supposed to be looking for blue hair.
Oh, sorry. It was a blue bottle. Sorry. Got distracted.
Wait, what kind is it?
He'll take a swig.
Yeah. Let's,
Dragon Claw.
She just looks over.
Both delicious and refreshing.
But also not that strong.
She just looks over to Deft with a smile. Well, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Just kind of shrugs.
All right, so who's going to convince him to actually go with you guys to teleport out of here since he's looking for Allie?
Hey, Cal. Allie's not here.
I told you I saw her.
You mean you saw her?
I was on the ground and she was standing over me. And then I got up and she was gone.
Ari kind of focuses and closes her eyes for a moment. Does she sense Crimson within Kale right now?
Roll an insight check with advantage.
Ooh.
You're not sure if it's because you got the tiara on or if you're just really in sync, but you do sense Crimson's aura coming from Kale.
Ari's going to...
he just looks at you like, what?
Nothing.
As you stare at him.
Look, we should... I don't think she's here.
But you gotta... I saw her.
We can't leave a little girl by herself.
Right.
Let's go, right?
We can spend a little bit more time looking.
The only two people he listens to is Allie and Deft.
Yeah, I'm surprised you tried to take the lead on this one, Techno.
His girl and his king.
Hey, Kale, we were actually gonna go looking for Allie. We need to go talk to Tess though. She's the only one that can send her a message.
Why didn't you say so? Let's go.
Hey, Pinky, why don't you keep that to yourself?
Man, it just slipped my mind.
All right. So now he's more agreeable to come with you. So you guys teleport back?
Yeah.
You need to drink more, Pinky.
All right.
Keeps
so
the
you
mind
teleport
sharp.
back.
You know what? I'm starting to think the same thing.
He'll hand you the blue bottle. Might as well start now. He's got plenty of...
Just look at it with a grimace on my face. Take a swig.
It's not the same as the Gatorade. You miss it. You crave it. You crave
the
that blue
electrolytes.
juice.
I need them.
It's the electrolytes plants crave.
All right. So you make it back to Tested Manor.
Yep. Tess is down the hall that way. And she'll hold Death back for a moment.
Solomon would have been helping Tess researching the lamp.
As you guys are sitting there, the two kids run past you guys down the hall, and they just kind of stop because they've never seen a Minotaur before.
Oh, Cal? This is Ardella?
Ardella just walks over to his leg and hugs his leg.
You are best friends now. You do not get a say in this.
How do you get it off? He's like lifting up his leg with her attached to it.
Yeah, no, that's forever now. Sorry, bud.
Not again.
The player cannot remember Sock's child name.
Sock.
He was Sock before he was Chirrup.
Oh, okay. And this is Sock.
Yeah, he knows.
We met.
Yeah.
Oh.
He turns into a weasel form and waves at him. The little buddy. And he knows the prince too. So where is she?
Tess is down the hall that way.
We have to convince her to send a message to Allie in order to begin the search.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Oh,
so
man.
you get her over there.
I'm sensing I'm going to be receiving a stern talking to, though, so go on ahead.
So a Minotaur comes walking into the room, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Minotaurs are normally bad, right?
Typically. There are a couple of good ones. There were some that did guard. They have tribes, and there were a tribe that guarded the Golden Perch. There's labyrinths to get in at the bottom.
If it influences Solomon's choice at all, his horns are shaved off.
Okay, sword's not drawn then, but I am on guard, hand on sword when he walks in.
I think he's met you before as Caleb, though, yeah?
Yeah, but not as Minotaur.
Yeah, he just looks over, oh, hey, Solomon.
You know, that's more red flags. How does it know my name?
Well, you walk by and it walks by with Ardella attached to its leg still. So you can decide your own.
All right. I see Ardella, like, attached to him. I will relax-ish.
All right, so you guys enter into the chamber.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, oh, hey, everybody. Oh, my. Watch the head, big man. Not built for the toe.
Hi, this is Kale. He's a friend of ours. He's also looking for Allie, so we if you could send her a message, that would just be
Delightful.
very appreciated.
been a while. And she goes to cast. She tries again.
Something wrong?
I seem to be unable to reach her.
Does it feel like something's blocking you?
I mean, it could be. I don't know.
She is kind of. I mean, she might be allergic to magic, so.
She tries again.
Maybe we can, can we scry?
She's
else
already
can we
going
try?
for her ball. She has a scrying ball.
Good.
She takes
Ben,
the scry.
we might need another, augury.
Nothing.
Wasn't magic unable to affect her?
I
You don't
mean,
know.
maybe the gods can still see her, hopefully.
Well, if anyone could, a god could.
This is Solomon, not Baron. Solomon scoffs at that comment.
Got a bit of a long shot idea as well. Hey, Kale. Come over here and help me focus for a moment.
Use Kale to focus.
Well, that'll definitely help for like the scrying, but Ari is going to attempt to communicate to Crimson.
Oh, sure. Roll a d100.
1.
Oh!
Ooh, 1.
Okay!
Oh, okay. So you place like your hand upon his head, try to commune with it, or what do you do?
Probably they both sit down and she'll like grab his hand and kind of focus.
It's like he seems unsure, but he does it. He's like, so how do we know, Phil? And all of a sudden you just watches both your eyes just glow blue. And you both go quiet.
Crimson?
Like is holding open his eyes, like trying to see what's going on. You're just in like a foggy plane techno.
Crimson, are you there?
Hey, stranger.
Hmm?
And you turn and you just see Allie.
Allie. You're not who I was expecting to see here.
I bet. Good to see you.
Yeah. Wait. Are you? So you were the Phoenix?
You just kind of look at her and she looks more solemn for a second. Not quite.
Huh?
You see, thanks to you, your little buddy helped keep me alive. And then all of a sudden you see Crimson appear in his little blue fire form.
Crimson.
He just kind of flies over to you and he just looks really happy.
Sure. You pet him.
Sorry about the blue. I think he spent too much time with me.
Don't worry about it. Blue is a great color on him.
It's like, he's been a great friend.
No,
And she
I
just
guess
looks, and she kind of comes over to you and she just gives you a hug.
she'll hug her back. Is this like child alley or is this adult alley?
No, it's the Allie you last knew.
Okay.
She just kind of looks over you and smiles.
So I guess
Like,
it's happened to you.
well. And she just kind of looks. I'm gonna be gone for a while.
If you're in trouble, you can tell us.
She just looks over at you. That's what I like about you. Always positive. Like, unfortunately, you also set a bad example.
Hmm?
Yeah, there's no denying that.
Really, what happened?
Verbal examples.
He was in trouble. And I can't live without him anyways. So I shared the gift you shared with me with him. You saved his life, just like you saved mine.
Ari just gets cheerful and pulls her into a big hug.
Oh, don't cry. But since I'm leaving, I really don't have any more need of this, and honestly, he wouldn't know what to do with it anyways. Take care of all of them for me, will you?
Yeah.
And she's just gonna go ahead and she grabs your hands, kind of like in the same position you're holding his hands. And you just watch like this blue fire come off of her and a normal fire come off of you and kind of meet in the middle. I know you will. And you just watch, and as your eyes open back up, you just see Ari sitting there with a blue Phoenix Flame cloak on. And Caleb sitting in front of her.
I guess she wakes up, says goodbye.
You just watched because like Kale saw the whole thing, but he wasn't actually interacting. He just starts sobbing. And that is where we'll end tonight's session. Until next Friday.
Cool.
It's also 1:34 in the morning.
Yep.
3:30 here. Thank you, everybody who rated, followed, hung out with us. We appreciate it very much. Barring any unforeseen cancellations tomorrow, we'll have some grim dark, so hopefully see you midnight central then. Otherwise, have a fantastic weekend, and we'll catch you Tuesday if not. Night,
Good
everybody.
night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Everybody.
Shit, hang on. I'm gonna find somebody great. I'll always do that.